Hi, I don't usually make impromptu videos like this, but I felt inspired to because recently one of my Facebook friends made a post about pastors which included this statement: if you can't respect the man, respect the office he holds in God. I have a problem with this statement because it's not biblical, and it's just the kind of thing that false prophets say when they're trying to guilt their followers into remaining loyal to them, despite the fact that they're producing bad fruit. Matthew 7 says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits." Over in Galatians 5, we see the fruit of the Spirit contrasted against the works of the flesh. So the fruit of the Spirit includes things like love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. The works of the flesh include things like strife, envy, hatred, wrath, emulations, seditions, variance, heresies. There's a couple of old-fashioned words there which basically mean being contentious or causing divisions. So the works of the flesh are the bad fruit that identify a false prophet as being a false prophet. Matthew 7 says, "Beware of false prophets," which means flee them. I mentioned some of these things to my Facebook friend, and this is the response I got. Nevertheless, Hebrews 13:17 says, "Obey them that have the rule over you." If we look at the second part of that verse, it says, "For they watch for your souls." So we obey them on the condition that they genuinely watch for our souls. Wolves in sheep's clothing do not genuinely watch for our souls. They feed themselves upon the flock, meaning they use God's people for their own selfish purposes. This could be financial gain or simply to boost their ego. The word pastors is mentioned once in the New Testament. Once. It means shepherd. If we look over at 1 Peter 5, we see a plurality of elders shepherding the flock. Therefore, the word pastor and elder are interchangeable in my mind. I want to read you a couple of verses out of 1 Peter 5. This is Peter's instruction to these elders on how to shepherd the flock. Verse 2 and 3, "Feed the flock which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint," meaning not by force, "but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock." So you see, these elders led by example. Now let's go back to Hebrews 13 and look at verse 7. "Remember them that have the rule over you, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation." The word conversation means manner of life. So we follow their example because their manner of life lines up with the Word of God. I'm part of a Skype fellowship where no one is called pastor. We have elders, but they're not actually called elder. They've simply proven themselves to be so, not only by their wisdom, but their manner of life. I deeply respect them. I listen to what they say. In fact, their example inspires me to step up and grow and mature in the Lord. So that's my experience. It's very different to the statement I read at the start of this video. If you can't respect the man, respect the office he holds in God. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you all have a great week. God bless.